We are back on SpongeBob Tower Defense, and we are finally finishing the full series that we've been doing of the best attack types. We've done splash units, we've done AoEs, we've done Pierce, we've done single hit targets, and now we have to do the last but not least line units, and I think line has a really good shot at making a case for a good run. If you guys have not been keeping up with all of the rankings, I'm going to go ahead and put them all up on the board now, and so we're trying to beat some of those with these line attack units today. No more further yapping, let's go ahead and put together the most insane team that we will probably get aside from splash units. So when I search for line units, this is what I get. We are going to be starting with Kenny the Cat, and this thing is absolutely nuts. I can finally hover over the units. Guys, this is what I've been censoring. I know a lot of you guys were like, oh my god, he censored his extra SpongeBob. No, I was censoring the money that was at the bottom of the stats. I could not show that for you guys. That's why I had to keep censoring it. Complete and utter mistakes. I wish I wasn't doing it. I wish I could have just had completely clean content, but unfortunately I had to censor that. Now, on top of the Kenny the Cat, this insane damage, we also have SpongeBob, and this thing's going to be doing 5.33 billion. This is definitely going to be the best unit that we are going to be bringing with us today. But if you guys haven't caught on, we've had 4 total prismatics for this team. The third one is going to be Sticky Fins, and this one's a little bit more outdated. One of the oldest prismatics that we have, but you know what? This thing still has some insane damage and is a lot better than some of the other attack types that we've gone through. Now, rounding out the prismatics, we do have the Square Pants, and this thing's going to be doing 333 million. Now, my biggest issue with this unit is it's got such a large placement, so this is definitely going to be out of the way when it comes to our placements. I'm not going to be placing this in the line. I think SpongeBob and Kenny the Cat are going to be the most important ones. Next, we do have Big Guy. This thing is a little bit more outdated as well, but 17 million is probably going to be some of the worst numbers we'll see when it comes to these line units, because line usually has very, very good numbers. Now, I know that Pat the Hapless is an option for us to use, but I don't think I'm going to be bringing it. I think I'm going to be bringing the Kelp Shake Crabs as our last unit, because I think that 26 million damage is way better than the 3.87 that we get from Pat. I do also think we get an extra placement, and we still have to put Sea Bear on it to increase that damage even more, so Kelp Shake Crabs is definitely going to have to make this line team. This time we do only have 2 units that we have to fix up really quick, so we can get that done very fast. We do also only have 2 units, the same 2 units that we have to go ahead and put some hydrodynamic spatula on. Once we've done that, we are completely caught up, and then we are so good to start this testing. Now we got the whole team together, we gotta hop into boss battles, and this should also be a 1-second time. It should be up there with splash units and for line units. We are loaded up into Sticky Fins 5. Let's go ahead and start this wave, and let's see how fast they take it out. It should be basically instant. Now, I know we can get a better time than that. No way 3 seconds is the best time. It does look like we managed to get it down to 2 seconds, so still not too bad for the line units, but I think this is like the 3rd best time. That's actually surprising, because before, if I'm not mistaken, the line units absolutely cooked every other attack type when it came to the boss battles, but it's kind of hard to tell when you one-shot everything. All that's left for us to do is go ahead and test this endless, and I'm really hoping that these line units can keep up, because everything else has been getting absolutely slammed by these splashes, so I'm really hoping that line can make a good effort. We're in the endless now. Let's go ahead and start this wave. Let's see these line units absolutely take over. I'm not going to say it this time. I promise I'm not going to say it. Just kidding. We have our pets here for our starters, and so we should be good to get something placed. Gosh, I really got to stop saying that. I got to stop saying that. All these endless runs are starting to get repetitive. I feel like I'm just saying the same things over and over again. Next video, I'm going to try and say only things that are not my regular saying. We're going to do a completely separate video, and I'm going to use only words that I've never used, I swear. Look at this fantastic unit and these beautiful stats. Something like that. I'm going to do something like that, where it's something I just don't talk like. But we've gotten enough coins from having our pets as starters. Let's go ahead and place some units now. The SpongeBob definitely has to go down first. This is definitely going to be our best unit. And I have to make sure these are like pixel perfect, because we got to save as much space as possible. Now, it's kind of hard to see everything, but these are going to be the placements that I go for. I think having the line units further in the back is going to help my case way better, so that's why I brought them all the way back here. I feel like these can still pick up that entire line. Kind of see, it's picking up that entire front line still. That is the plan. Now, it does mean that we do miss out a little bit at like the start right here, so we're missing this little corner right here, but I think this is going to be the best possible placements for me to have on these line units. But now it's time to start going over some damages, and we did worst to best last time, so let's do best to worst this time, and we're going to start with the SpongeBob. SpongeBob starts at 7.44 billion on a 0 SPA and 326 range. If we max this thing out, it's going to be doing 9.6 billion on 380 range. The second best on this team is definitely going to be Kenny the Cat, and so we got to run over here. 744 million, 0 SPA, and 299 range. If we max this thing out, it's going to be doing 960 million almost 1 billion total, and 0 SPA 348 range. Then I do think Sticky Fins is going to outperform the SquarePants, so we do have to go ahead and upgrade that next. It's going to be 372 million on a 0 SPA and 299 range as well. If we max this thing out, it's going to be doing 480 million, 0 SPA, and 348 range. The last of the prismatics, we have the SquarePants, and they're going to be doing 465 million, 0 SPA, and 299 range. If we max this thing out, it's going to be doing 600 million, 0 SPA, and 348 range. Now, damage numbers show that the SquarePants is better, but I'll show at the end that it's definitely not. The placements are way worse, and the fact that the animation is just not as quick. Next, I do think Kelp Shake Crabs is going to be our 5th best unit, so let's go ahead and pull that up, and it's 72 million, 0 SPA, and 208 range. If we max this thing out, it's going to be doing 93 million, almost 94, 0 SPA, and 242 range. And last but not least, of course, we cannot forget our big guy SpongeBob, and he's doing 46.53 million, 0 SPA, and 299 range. So many 299 ranges, but let's go ahead and max this thing out. It's doing 60.03 million, 0 SPA, and 348 range. Now, we've got plenty of waiting to do, so while we do that, I gotta figure out what we are going to get, and I think that this is finally gonna be the one that gets to 1200. I promise you guys, I think 1200 is going to be my guess, 1206 to be exact. Hopefully, I'm somewhat close. Hopefully, you guys can get close. Make sure to leave your guesses down below, but we'll be back when this does start to pick up, probably around like 900, 1000. So it's wave 980, and they're already starting to make progress. I can't believe it. They are not doing a good outing for me so far. Now, I do have them all placed to last right now. I'm thinking that I might change some of the Kennys to first to see if it makes a difference. But as it stands right now, either the lag is causing us to go ahead and start picking up, or the units just are not as beautiful as I thought they were. I could have sworn these things were absolutely cracked out, but I guess Lion is just not as good as Single Hit or Splash. New plan, I'm going to be changing all of the SquarePants and all the Sticky Fins to first and see if that makes a difference. Now, if I see that it's starting to get a little bit worse or a lot worse, then I'm going to go ahead and change these all back to last, because I think that they're supposed to be on last, but maybe they just need a little bit help in the front. It doesn't look like it's a whole lot better. It doesn't look like it's a whole lot worse. It doesn't look like it really made a difference. Now, apparently lag is supposed to happen. Right now, they are trying to update the private servers or testing servers at the moment, so we are going to chug a little bit, lag a little bit, whatever you want to call it. But hopefully that's not making a big difference in our run. I really hope that I'm not selling right now by just doing this when the whole server is lagging. But I really don't think it's making a difference, because I really figured these units are still attacking even when it's lagging, right? And we are already starting to see big progress at 1080. Not even 1080 yet, 1070. And the dirty bubble just got right here before this corner. If we know anything, that means that we're probably going to leak in the next 50 waves, probably around like 1137, 1150. It's not really looking too hot for these line units. We are already about to leak to our first one, but we didn't leak to the second anchovy. That was because we were on last instead of first. Now, that's where it does make a difference. So let me go ahead and set 4 of these Sudbobs onto first really quick and see if that's going to make a difference. I figure either way, it's going to be looking like a finish if we don't, so let's go ahead and try it and see if we can get some action in the front, but it's really not looking like it's going to happen. It looks like we are 1, lagging super hard, and 2, we are just going to go down to everything involved. So 1106 for these line units, 27 trillion damage, 49 minutes of playtime, and not at all what I was expecting for these line units. I really had high hope for the line units. Line's always been an underrated category. Is that what you were expecting? Because it sure was not what I was expecting. But here's something else that you might not have been expecting. Zach has finally made an official announcement that they are going to be rebalancing units. Everything is going to be getting a rework over the next month. So maybe in a month or 2, maybe even 3, don't count on it too much, but we are going to be seeing a complete change of the game. And what better timing for that announcement than for it to come at the end of the last video? I cannot stress how excited I am. Maybe we are finally going to see spawners go away. Maybe we're going to see actual spawners where they come out of the exit. Maybe everything gets broken down and it starts to be a lot worse, and you have to actually have some strategy to play this game. You guys are going to have to let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments below, because this is something that is big time. That is going to do it for today's video, though. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like down below, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to turn on those post notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos or updates. If you guys are making purchases on the game of SpongeBob Tower Defense, make sure you put my code in at the very bottom to support me, code RDM, and it is a great way to support me. But until next time, I will see you guys. Peace.